more on the case now, I want to bring in Paul Henderson, veteran prosecutor and legal analyst. Paul, thanks for being with us.
Pleasure to be here, Kate.
So tell me about the law in South Africa. Why is people are going to wonder why he was released so soon.
Well, one of the things that's unique in South Africa is that after a defendant has served 1/6 of their term, their sentence is reduced. That's if there is good behavior. And so he is allowed to go and do the home detention. But one of the technicalities in the law out there is that they do not consider this to be a release. So in the court's eyes, he is serving out the rest of his sentence under house arrest, and some of the terms that we talked about earlier and some of the new terms are that while he's under this house arrest, he is allowed to work, and it's unclear whether or not that work means that he can still compete, probably locally if they interpret it like that, but certainly not long-term or anywhere else because he can't do overnight stays. He's going to have psychotherapy. He's not allowed to have a weapon, obviously, and they've actually included an element of restorative justice in terms of him being forced to allow himself to be in the house by having a meeting, if the victim's family wants to, by having to meet with them. So that's part of his parole, as it is, while he serves his sentence in this house.
Do we know if they have any interest in meeting with him? I know her family's been quite upset through all this.
So far, they have said that they don't want to meet with them, although they can elect to do it at any time while he's serving the sentence. And so it could happen in the future. In the backdrop of all of this, this is not a fait accompli. This deal is not completely over because prosecutors are very upset about this sentence in the first place, the manslaughter. They're appealing the case right now, what they want to do, and they're appealing it to the Supreme Court in South Africa. They want to retry the case because they are convinced that this shooting was intentional and that he knew that his girlfriend was behind that door. They want to retry him and try and convict him again of murder, intentional homicide.
I do have to ask, he's an Olympic athlete. Will he now start training again and being an athlete again, or are those days just over?
Well, he's pretty out of shape right now because he's been in custody, so it wouldn't surprise me if he tried to get back in shape. The real issue is if he did, and if he trains during the day and that's considered to be work, what can he do with that? Where can he go? Because of the restrictions, because remember, he is serving his sentence. He's not even just out on parole. He is still serving his sentence in what supposedly is his prison terms, because they have to evaluate and factor in that their prison system is underfunded and overcrowded. But I don't think it's likely that we'll see him on the international scene or competing anytime soon.
All right, Paul Henderson, thanks for your perspective. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Kate.
Yep.